Okay, today's daf is Yoma Lamed Vav, Yoma 36. My mother told me I have to smile more, so because I'm gonna try to add some more jokes uh, in the right times, obviously. The Mishnah says on Lamed Hamad Beis, the Gemara says that when the Kohen Gadol used to do smicha, he used to lean his hands and misvada on the karbanos in Yom Kippur. His par. It says, "Kachaya Omer, Ana Hashem Avisi Pashati Chatasi." He says, "Avisi Pashati Chatasi." What does that mean? So the Gemara on Lamed Vav and Beis, the Gemara says 5 lines from the top. Tanarban Ketzad Mizvada. How is he Mizvada? Avisi Pashati Chatasi. Became Messiah Mishaleach Omer. Mizvada Allah is called Manos Bnei Yisrael. There's Kol Pishem Mechol Chalasam. Became Moshe Omer. No Se'avon Afesham V'Chata. Divrei Meir. This is a Meir. So the regular part of our Mishnah, the stomach of the Mishnah, is like a Meir. The order of the words is Avisi, Pashasi, V'Chatasi. And we're explaining what does Avisi mean. Avisi is talking when you do a b'mezid, when you do an Avir on purpose. Pashasi is worse than that. It's not only you do a b'mezid, you also rebel against Hashem. You're kofar that the mitzvah exists. A mummer. And Chatasi is when you do b'shogeg, the least of the three. That's right, Meir sheet, and that's the stomach of the Mishnah. The Rabbanan argue, the Rabbanan say, so he explains what they are, avonos and shoim, and therefore you say, so they say, they change it around. You say chatas, first you say shogeg, then you say mezid, and then you go to the worst is pshoim, is pshoim. That's the worst, the merid. So the question is, first of all, the Mishnah is like Rameir, and the Gemara says, what's the halacha? Who do we paskin like? Amar Rab or Shmuel, Amar Rab halacha k'divrei chamim. So the halacha is chamim, not like our Mishnah. So the Gemara says pshita. Of course, the halacha is like the Rabbanan. Yachid Rab halacha k'rabim. Rameir is a yachid compared to the Rabbanan. Ma'adusim mistaber time of the Rameir the kamisayle kra de Moshe. Kamash Malan. You might think maybe Rameir is right because he has a pasuk. He has a pasuk by Moshe Rabbeinu that Moshe Rabbeinu said. No se avon ofesha v'chata. It says in a pasuk, so that was his order of Moshe. So now the word the Moshe Rashi takes out. That's like Gozabach says. It seems from Rashi he's not Goris Moshe. We'll have to discuss in a second why not. And the Gemara brings a story. Who the nachas kamei the Rabba avad Kara Meir Amar Le Shavak Rabban avad Kara Meir. He did like Kara Meir. He said like our Mishnah avonos pshoim v'chatoyim. Amar Le Kara Meir spir like k'dichsib b'sefer Reis in the Moshe. He says, I hold like Rameir. What's the Gemara bring? If we pass like Rabbanan, why is the Gemara bring a story that Rameir was right? Allah was like Rameir. How could they allow him to act like Rameir? And the third question we'll ask over here is that the Gemara asks according to the Rabbanan, who say Chatasi, Avisi, Pashasi in that order, why is it that Moshe Rabbeinu said, No se avon of Hesha v'chata? The answer that he said the word avon before chata to tell you that to ask Hashem that is the donos averos done b'mezid would become like averos done b'shogeg, would be like shkagos. Now, what about pshoim? Well, why did he say avon? No, say avon v'fesha v'chata. It doesn't say the merit is like a shogeg. First, if he's talking about it, it should be he should say avon v'chata, and then say pesha, which is more chamra at the end. What do you do with pesha? I want to answer like this: that when the Gemara says, you might think halacha garab, yachad rab halacha garabim. So of course the halacha is like Rabbana. So the Gemara says, "Ma'od d'seiv mistaber time of the Rameir." The reason maybe you'll hold like Rameir is that he has the right order, is the kamisayle kra, and we add in the word demosha. Kamash malan. Well, what is a kamash malan? Kamash malan halacha is like Rabbana. A kamash malan, when saying a new kamash malan, that really the halacha it depends. It's not saying for sure the halacha is like the Rabbanan. It's saying it depends on what kra de Moshe was Moshe, because the whole reason the Rabbanan said you can say Moshe could say no say avon pesha v'chata is because he had in mind that the psha, that the avonas should be like that the mazes should be like shogeg. The Hashem should treat the mazes like shogeg. If you have that in mind, so that could alter. What's the main part of his smicha? He's doing smicha and he's saying the words. Is the main part the actual ma'isa that he's doing, or is the main part the actual words that he's saying? So that's what I want to suggest. That the Gemara is suggesting really that the main part is the words that he's saying, because we know that if you say something and you have in mind something else, like by Nadarim and by Shavuos, if you have in mind something else, that could alter the nature of your Neder or Shavuot. We know when it comes to a Maisa, when it comes to an action, like by something becoming Torah, Nachas L'dei Tuma, then where it says Machshava Motzi M'dei Machshava, Ve'ein Machshava Motzi M'dei Maisa. Your thought can't take it on a Maisa. So if the main part of the smicha is the actual Maisa of putting his hands on the animal, that can't take away from it. But our Gemara is suggesting the main part of smicha is not the actual action of putting your hands on the animal. The actual main part is the words, and the words you could alter. So that's the Gemara is saying. Kra de Moshe, the Gemara is saying that if you had in mind, like Moshe, that the chatos should be that the mizidim should be like the shkagos, so then you could say it in the order that Moshe said. If you don't have that in mind, then the Gemara is saying, then you have to do it the way that makes sense. First you go from shogeg to mezid and to pesha, to merid. So it all depends what your machshav is. That would also answer our question about what do you do with the word pesha, the merid? Why is the Moshe say avon or pesha v'chata? You can't convert pesha into shkaga. It's only zadonos could become shkagos. The answer is that first he said avonos, and what he meant when he said avonos, the avonos should be like the shkagos. Once avonos means that avonos become the shkagos, so then all the averos of Klal Yisrael are done b'shkaga. And once it's done b'shkaga, even though your machshava can't alter a ma'isa, it can't alter a ma'isa, a mered, which is also a ma'isa, which is a rebellious action. It's not just that you're kavanah to do an avera, it's that you're acting rebelliously. But once it's considered b'shogeg, it's considered that you're doing it out of a lack of das, that you forgot something. So therefore, in that case, we know the halacha is that shogeg can even affect a ma'isa. That a shogeg, if you do a ma'isa b'shogeg, so it translates the whole ma'isa into shogeg. So even though it's merid, it is a ma'isa, the shkaga could alter that ma'isa. And that's why he says avonos. Once the avonos become shkagos, then you can go to pesha, and the pesha will also become shkagos.